All right. I start off the morning really happy and great, and excuse me. I'm seeing a video here that you guys want me to watch from SaltEMike. Now, I'm not the biggest SaltEMike fan, but admittedly, I've not watched a lot of SaltEMike. And I think it's just because on the surface, I think that SaltEMike's like kind of a little bit dramatic. But people could say the same shit about me as well. So he says he needs a break. He needs a break from a video game. Obviously Star Citizen probably. This has taken a long time. This is a journey, by the way, guys. Like this, you will have many highs and lows in Star Citizen. I can understand this. Like, I get this whole thing where he needs a break, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't be so dramatic. Now, I don't know if he's going to be so dramatic about things. I would just switch games. I would just switch games and not make a big deal of it. And then maybe come back to it. And, just because that's kind of how I approach things in life. But let's see how SaltEMike does here and how he approaches it. Let's get over here. I'm very professional here where the green screen is going kaput. Let's thank you, Pepe. Thank you for that. Let's watch and see what the problem is. Now, I'm not going to watch all of this. This is 26 minutes, and I don't think I can do that. But let's see how far I can go here.
All right. It is 9:41 in the morning, and we just finished watching an Ashes of Creation video. And I need a break. Every morning for the last, let's say 2 to 3 weeks, my, early risers with my live stream would know that I've been late every day.
Are they called early risers, or is he just like referring to people who's on his stream ahead of time, early risers? Does he have a name for everybody? Like what's SaltEMike's people called? The Salts? Like, I'm not quite sure if he has a name for them. Like,
as a Star Citizen content creator, you feel the obligation to play a game that is incomplete. Every single Star Citizen streamer, content creator, YouTuber,
I like that fingers.
That obligation, a little bit of pressure. Feels because it's sort of how you've built up your community. So,
by the way, somebody was asking that I take the soundboard out, and I will. I don't think I ever will. Like, I think I'm gonna always have the soundboard here, just because I like that it annoys some people.
Anytime you've strayed outside of that,
right. I love it.
Part of
Good morning, Mod 81. We got your machinima on the platter today, bro.
See the view count go down or whatever, right? But there's like a number of different reasons why that happens.
Is he worried? I'm sorry, I'm not keeping up. It's hard for me to pay attention here. Is he bitching about his view count? Like he cares about the views?
I've recently been watching other videos of other games, playing other games, and having a bit of success.
Yeah.
Obviously not as many viewers or views on YouTube videos and stuff like that as I would with Star Citizen content. And I don't care. I always set out for my stream and my YouTube channel to kind of be a place where I just put my feelings out there. I just have fun.
That's okay.
And
that's cool. Yep.
It's what it always has been.
Mm-hmm.
But over time, you get this like feeling of obligation to do what your community subscribed to.
I can get that. Like, as a content creator, I get what he's saying. So like, generally people think of me as a Star Citizen guy. Like, so like he's saying, hey, this is what I have on my channel. This is how the algorithm works. He's obviously worried about his views. So he's thinking, like, if I don't do Star Citizen, if I don't keep it there, then maybe I'm going to lose those views. And you will. Like, that's just part of the game, But, like, you have to stay true to your heart, and you have to put on what it is that you're interested in. Otherwise, you're not passionate about it, and people can see right through that. the viewer can look at this in a heartbeat, and if he's doing Star Citizen content and he's feeling like this, which I feel like he feels this way a lot about Star Citizen, maybe he's overplaying the hell out of it, and like he just can't unfocus on all the bugs and the problems. I would just say take a step back. Like anytime you're following a project, this one's very specifically different. Star Citizen as it's not so different as people think though, but it's taken a long time. And I can get where he's coming from. I can totally understand where he's coming from, but you do have to be passionate about your content. You shouldn't really worry about your views. I mean, like I don't know. I've never been one that I care too much about my views. I really don't. I just do what it is that I love to do, and let's keep going. We're getting off track here.
To you for on YouTube or followed you on Twitch for, right? No monetary necessarily obligations, but from like your community, as people really come there to watch you do this stuff, right?
Well, they should come to your channel because they like who you are and want to be involved in your community, whether it's Star Citizen or any other game. Like, in my opinion, I feel like the brand isn't like the content. See, this is the problem with the way YouTube has defined itself as a platform for entertainment and use the algorithm in a bad way, so that really the only people that are most successful are those that stick to one type of content. And that is generally the algorithm's fault. So that each channel has a specific right? And it fits in a peg, and there it goes, and that's that. And this is a guy that just does Star Citizen. This is a guy that just does Tarkov. This is a guy that just does household repairs. This is a guy, so the problem then becomes is that, like, what Mike's having a problem here is they start to feel married to it. They start to feel obligated to that type of content because the algorithm pays them to do that. Because that is the toxicity. That is the problem with YouTube. They're just trying to get revenue for their shareholders, for Google. YouTube is just trying to suck in ad revenue money. And the problem is that the most efficient way for them to suck in ad revenue money just so happens to categorize everybody as doing just like one thing. Like Star Citizen guy, Tarkov guy. So that if you get like a guy that wants to do other games, sometimes it's very hard to break into that. It's very hard to break into more than just one game. It's very hard to do. Now, I understand not going a little bit nuts with your channel. You do have to stay like a little bit focused on the channel, right? But I feel like people should branch out and explore a little bit in the genre that they're in. Obviously, if you're covering games, you want to be careful not to do things that are like outside the realm of games. If you do that and that's what makes you feel good, just realize the algorithm will not award that. and really, the type of person I am, I've never been worried about that. Like, if I have plenty of vlogs on the channel if I'm out and about. You can watch me take the kids out with Christy in a cornfield. You can watch me cheesy when I broke up with one of my girlfriends and I'm sitting there like an idiot. Like trying to recover all the pieces, that happened when that breakup happened. Like, I've always been out there, but that's the important thing as a content creator. And I have to say this to people like SaltEMike and other content creators, because I've been doing this so very long. First off, always be true to yourself. Always be passionate about what it is that you're putting out there. Otherwise, it just comes off really bad.
And, it's, the title says I need a break, but it's not that I need a break from Star Citizen. It's not that I'm quitting Star Citizen. Weekend Review is going to come out every week, except for one day in November. I don't know how I'm going to do it. There's this crazy thing going on at work, and if I don't quit before then, I don't see how that video is going to come out. But anyway, I do feel like I need to lift the weight of the obligation off my shoulders.
It's perfectly understandable.
Every morning I wake up and go, at this point, what do I do today on stream? What do I do? What do I talk about? for the last.
I feel like he's putting way too much pressure on himself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think my advice to SaltEMike is the break's probably a good thing for him. Anytime you start to feel this way, it's always good to go outside. You do have to disconnect as a human being, you know?
Year and a half, I've talked about the same thing in every answer the call, in every stream,
so do something
in nearly
dude.
every YouTube video. And it basically comes down to like, man, I wish there was a little more purpose. I wish
yeah, like he should play other games, right, Rhino. And the thing is, if people don't watch it, it's partly the algorithm's fault because he's stepping off the beaten path of Star Citizen. And really, it's partly his own fault, you know? If he's not entertaining. He's obviously entertaining in some respect because he's got a huge following, which is, you know, that's a hard thing to do. That's a hard thing to do to create a community. So like I'm, you know, I can totally understand where he's coming from as a content creator, you know, but like, you know, he just has to realize that he's not going to get the same views. And if he does, great. If he does, good for him. You know, that means that his channel is he is a brand for his channel. That like, and that's how I've always tried to build my channel. It's like DG360. If you're here, you're actually here for me. Some people are here for just Star Citizen. I get that totally. But the hardcore mofos out here that are live with me today, right? That you guys are watching on the YouTube highlight. By the way, push like, help us out with our own algorithm. But if you are here watching this, right? You're here for Star Citizen, but like the hardcore mofos in here are here for DG. And that's really what sets apart like a content creator versus a content creator, you know, is, you know, the fact that you're building up the channel under your own name. Your name is the brand, and people are coming to you, for your opinions, for your fun, for what you offer. Here it's fun. Here I like to stay light. Here I like to be fun. I think that the world needs a lot of that.
You know, the items mattered, and we were going to do an answer the call today. I actually enjoyed the Halloween
here
event.
For Pepe.
I really did. I enjoyed it. It was fun to go around to different locations, search, hopefully find a red box, open that box, not know what's inside, and poof. Sometimes it's something cool, and most of the time it wasn't, right? Classic kind of looting. You know, it's fun. I think it could have been done so much better, and we were going to kind of discuss that today. And I'm sorry. Why? Why? They're not going to change anything. They're going to do the simplest, uninspired thing every single patch.
Listen, they're working on so much. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. I mean, like, he's just, I don't think that's coming from a place that's like rational. I think he's just too tied in emotionally. You know, like that, we're not getting a lot. We all understand that. We've all understood that. But listen, we're just not getting a lot, right? It doesn't mean that no progress is happening. We've seen progress. We've seen things happen. It's going to take some time, and you have to be patient. Like, every time I see this type of thing, right, it's the same thing. People have this cycle, and then something new comes out. Everybody's like hyped. It's the cycle. It's the complete cycle. All these content creators play off of it. All these content creators game it. All these content creators find a way to maximize, you know, the most they can out of this in terms of financial wealth. And I think that's complete bullshit. I don't like that. I stopped. That's why I kind of switched to this format. I don't like worrying about the game that's being played. I like to worry about the actual game that's being played. I like to worry about Star Citizen or whatever game I'm focusing on, but I don't like to worry about the YouTube game. I don't like to worry about all that shit. I think that's bullshit, right? I don't know if Mike does that or not. I haven't watched him enough to know, you know, to be completely fair to Mike. I always looked at Mike like just from the surface and never went down further than the rabbit hole, but just because I feel like on the surface, I'm not getting the entertainment I want out of Mike. You know, like it's very, like, it feels very dramatic. It feels very whiny. For the same reason I don't watch Morphologists. You know, I don't like that type of content. That's me. You know, I like to focus on on what is happening, even if it's not out. I like to focus on game development. I like to focus on the business model. I like to focus on Cloud Imperium, the management in Cloud Imperium, what they're doing, the financials, all that shit. I love that. I absolutely love following that. But I don't get into the whole roadmap fucking content. I don't get it. I just don't, because I know it's going to take a long time. Period. That's it. Done.